Good morning, day 116, a cloudy 38 degrees here in Ohio. So I was looking at the weather forecast, and next week it may actually warm up a little bit into the 50s and stop going into the 20s and 30s at night. So that would be good. I put my strawberries that I planted yesterday into my one little greenhouse. I don't know. We'll see if they make it. Like I said, they looked like they were half rotted, but we'll give them a chance. And then I planted strawberry seeds. I hope those take. But I have a lot of strawberries in the garden that I started to dig up last year. And I think I'll dig up some more this year and put them in the grow towers from the Dollar Tree. So today I'll only be eating breakfast here because we're meeting some of the friends we have when we're at the boat. We're getting together at a restaurant this afternoon. So no dinner here out of the fridge. But I will be having breakfast here. And hopefully I'll get a lot of planting done, at least that's the plan. But things don't always go as planned, as we know. So, oh, there go the bells again. Oh, in the morning they always go out 2 or 3 times. They go out and do who knows what out there. But my fences should be coming today. So I want to get those in the ground as soon as possible because the ground is soft now. And as it progresses into the summer here, because we get some pretty hot weather, the ground turns pretty much to cement. So I want to get that done before the ground gets too dry. And in the spring we get lots and lots of rain. All right, well, I'll be back in a little bit and we'll see what's for breakfast. Day 116. So I've been soaking these for a whole day. And I bought these at Mark's. I bought like 4 of them a few years ago. I don't know, maybe three or 4 years ago. And they were $1.99. Okay. So I tried some of these and I just was not happy with the results. So some of these, they're supposed to expand, get beautiful, but some of them stay like hockey pucks. So what I'm doing, I would like to use them up. I'm trying to use up a lot of things that I have for gardening, for food. You know, it's just a process I'm going through this year with my year of reasonable. So I want to reasonably try and use up what I have. So even though I don't like little pods that much, I'm going to go ahead and use them. So this one is still hard as a rock. So what I'm going to try to do now, I don't know if this will work or not, or, you know, but what I'm doing is I'm just smashing them and trying to keep the bottom intact to help them along, because these are still really hard. I don't know how a little seedling could survive too well in there, and I didn't do this before, and so that's probably why I didn't have good luck with them. But these are shallow and they'll fit under my upstairs grow lights, so I'm going to give it a try and see how much more expanded that is now. And then these little things have divots that you put them in. So I'm going to try these, plant some of my seeds in them, and see what happens. So if plan A doesn't work, try plan B. And worst case scenario, I'll just, you know, if it's a failure, I'll just put this material in some pots and try again. because this is peat moss. It looks like it's peat moss, and I'm sure that's what it is. So what I'm going to do after I fluff these up is just put the little dome lids on and let them sit for another few hours before I put the seeds in. This one is hard as a rock. And like I said, these have been soaking for a whole day. So not everything works the way it's advertised. You know, it sounds like a good deal. Oh yeah, look, I'm going to have this awesome garden using this product, and the product is just not what you think it's going to be. So anyway, that's what I'm doing this morning, and then a little bit later, after these have a chance to fluff up and sit, then I'll plant some seeds in there, and I'll come back for that. All right, from my pantry, I have my favorite cereal. Like I said, I've had this in there for a long time, but it's not stale. I like it on my yogurt. And I do like it with a banana every now and then. So I really should buy another box. So I'm going to put that on my list because I do have a lot of yogurt that I want to eat up. So this isn't a very exciting breakfast this morning. But it's nutritious because I'm also going to have an apple, and then I have this beautiful bunch of bananas that I got, and this is how I like them. I like them when they're just starting to turn yellow. So I normally don't buy this many, but the whole bunch looked so good, so I better start snacking on bananas. So that's going to be my breakfast, day 116, along with some soy milk. And then I cut the bottom off of this romaine lettuce, and I just see that it's starting to green up a little bit there in the middle. And there were also a couple seeds in my orange, and I stuck them in there to soak just for the heck of it. Just for a fun project. I'll plant them and see what happens. And I know oranges are not an orange particularly. The mother isn't always the same as the offspring. That's what I want to say. So I'm just going to put this to the side for a minute because I want to get out my mystery vegetable. Now, these I noticed are waxed, so I'm only going to peel one, and there's two huge ones. This one looks like it's starting to grow something, so I'll do this one. I'll cut the bottom off and see if something grows. But if it's a rutabaga, I have to cook it. If it's not a rutabaga, I looked in the internet, and the two of them look very much alike. Some rutabagas are different colors, but there's also like a white rutabaga, which this one would be. So let's see what's in here. So are you on Team Rutabaga or on Team Jicama? I was really hoping it was a jicama. I was very disappointed when one of my viewers said that her husband worked in the produce department for years. I guess he retired from there, and he said it was a rutabaga. So we'll see. Oh my God, it's so hard. I need a machete. Wow. Looks kind of buttery. I don't know. I don't want to cut my finger off. That would be not a good thing. But I would like to just get a little, a little slice of it would be good. Wow, that was a workout. I'm ready for bed. Okay, let's just taste a little piece of it. So I don't know, are jicamas this hard and rutabagas this hard? I don't know. This is foreign to me. I'm a German. Germans don't eat jicamas, I guess. Okay, I'm going to try this. It's actually not bad. I could eat it this way. It's kind of like a yellowy color. Well, I think it'd be good. Be good in a salad. It doesn't have a sharp, bitter taste at all. So, let's have a vote. Rutabaga or jicama? I need your help. I really do. Okay. Whatever it is, I'm going to cut it up and I'm going to eat it the way it is, raw. Maybe I'll try cooking a little piece of it and see how that goes. So it's going to be a challenge just getting it cut up. All right. I still have a mystery on my hands. But yeah, it's actually good. So whether it's a jicama or a rutabaga, don't know. All right, I'm going to eat my breakfast. I don't think you really want to see me cut this up. Well, maybe you do. So while we're at it, we'll chat. Now, if you have a garden, you can save your peels. You can either dry them, or you can soak them in water and make a stinky liquid that plants like. I'm going to feed mine to my composting worms. So they'll be happy. They love bananas. And sometimes if a banana gets overripe, I give them the whole banana. So they're making lots of beautiful, beautiful worm castings for me, which the garden likes. And you can use those on your indoor plants too, not just your outdoor plants. So I'm going to pour some milk on here, and I really need to eat up my yogurt too, so this milk doesn't go bad. And I bought extra soybeans in case something happens with, God knows what's going on with the supply chain and all that. I have my ideas, but last time I mentioned that, somebody got mad at me. So it's like, okay, sorry I had an opinion. But anyway, I did buy extra soybeans so that if I run out of this milk, then I can make some more. And this soy milk I always got at Walmart, and it's 64 ounces. And they've been out of it. So I have to check online again, see if they got any more in, because then I'll get more. But I feel a little better having the soybeans too. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and eat my breakfast. I'll cut up my apple and give the dogs the apple peel. So the worms get the banana peel, the dogs get the apple peel, and I get the apple. All right, here it is, breakfast, day 116. Okay, I'll be back. These have fluffed up now. And what I want to plant in here are ground cherries, and I think 2 different kinds. I know there's different kinds of ground cherries. And these are teeny tiny seeds, and they grow into massive plants from what I've been reading. So I don't want to plant too many of them. I mean, this is probably a lifetime's worth of seeds right here. So I'm just going to plant, a couple of each, and I'll put 2 seeds in each one. Oops, sorry about that. My camera is taking a nap here. There we go. Okay. Anyway, I'm only going to use a few seeds. Now this particular planter, I only have 7 pods, so I don't know. We'll see how this goes. Ground cherries are supposed to be delicious. I don't think I've ever had one. It's like the rutabaga and the jicama. I am thinking what I have is a rutabaga. I did a little further research, and apparently the rutabagas have a yellowish flesh, whereas the jicamas are white. And this definitely has a yellow kind of flesh. So anyway, let's take a look at these ground cherries. I'll be back as soon as I get this open. Alright, these are the pineapple ground cherries, and you see how tiny they are, so they don't need to go deep in here at all. So I just have this little tiny divot, and I'm going to try and plant them in a way that if they both come up, I can use both seeds. Okay, so I'm just going to take these tweezers that I got with my kit for my arrow garden, and I'm going to stick one there and one there. So I'll plant 4 of these all together, and we'll see what comes up. And then I'm going to plant the regular ones too. I don't know what kind those are. It just says ground cherries. So that's all I'm going to do. And then I'm just going to cover them up a little bit, very gently. You never want to do a seed so hard that it has a hard time germinating. So very lightly cover it up. Now when you're germinating seeds, you want to make sure you keep them moist all the time. Otherwise, they die. So there's still lots of seeds in here. And I still have lots of seeds here, but I'm only going to plant 4 for now, and if these things don't do anything, then I'll try and replant. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and plant a couple of these, do the same thing. I'll put these back, and I'll be back. Okay, the next thing I'm going to plant is some Thai hybrid spinach, and I wish all seed companies would put their seeds in these little resealable pouches. So I'm only going to plant 3 of these, and this has about the same germination period as the ground cherries, which is around 10 days. So when you do this and you cover them, you want to make sure they sort of have the same germination time, unless you can move the pods somewhere else, because after they germinate you're going to want to remove the dome. So these will be going on a heat mat with a dome until they germinate. Then after that the dome will come off, and I'll turn the heat mat off too. But you have to make sure you keep them well watered. Okay, so these seeds are coated, so they're easy to plant. So I'm going to plant this a little deeper because they're bigger seeds. And just drop that in there. Now a lot of people overplant. They'll plant several in one hole, which I might do. In fact, I think I will. I'm going to plant 2, but I'm going to plant them next to each other. So I'll plant 2 in a pod. Because 3 spinach plants won't be enough. So I saw these, they already had them growing in a nursery, and they were so good. I tasted a little bit of a piece of it, and it was really good. But it's a hybrid, so I don't think you can save the seeds for this. You probably maybe could, but who knows what kind of spinach you'd get, because I don't know what they've bred together to get this particular one. So okay, 2 seeds in each one, just like the ground cherries. And then you want to make sure they're very well watered. You don't want these to dry up while they're germinating. That's definitely a plant killer. Okay, so we'll see what happens. See if these germinate or if they're duds. I didn't just buy these seeds. Oh, I got an extra one. Well, I'll put 3 in here. And these still don't feel like they're totally hydrated. So gently, gently, because they're babies. You want to handle babies gently. So I like to water with this water bottle that I just poked holes in with a nail. Now you don't want them swimming in water, but I can tell these aren't fully hydrated yet. So I think that'll do. Now if you reuse these, you can just buy these pucks if you like them, and you can keep the container. Now I write on there with marker what it is. So, but what you can do then, you can take some nail polish remover and remove it, and or you can put tape on here, and that way you'll know what you're growing, and then I'll know this is pineapple, ground cherries, tomatillo ground cherries, and Thai spinach. So I'm going to go put these under my grow lights, and hopefully I wish you luck and may you prosper, little plants. I had to move my phone because it was the battery ran low. So anyway, I'm over here by the charger, but I wanted to show you this. So in here I planted 7 super sweet seeds. So these are tomatoes, and what I did was I planted them in a circle rather than willy-nilly just planting them anywhere. And then I take one of these cheap Dollar Tree snack bags and use it as a little mini greenhouse. It works great with these little cups, and I got those from Family Dollar, and I use 2 cups One for, one I make holes in and the other one I use as like a saucer. So this has been working really well with the tomatoes. And if you don't have a lot of space, you can germinate these on your windowsill because they're not very wide. And you can germinate a lot of seeds in here. Like I said, I have 7 and 8 seeds in here. Now these are black cherry, and I did plant some of these last year and they did fine. But these seeds are actually from 2013. So they may come up, they may not come up, but I don't need 8 of them. 1 or 2 would be fine. So use up your old seeds, even if you don't think they're good anymore. They might have a little life in them, but usually when I plant older seeds, I plant more than what I think is going to come up. All right, I'll be back in my table again, and now I want to plant some peppers. So I have red mini peppers that I saved the seeds from. Those were homegrown last year. I want to plant those again. Those are my favorites. And then I also saved the seeds from some of the pimentos that I had harvested last year. So I definitely want to plant some of those. And then I have, like, what do I have? 3 packs, 4 packs? Yeah, 4 packs of these mixed peppers. And so what I did this afternoon was I organized all my seeds. I put like ones in just a baggie, and then I filed them all alphabetically because I don't need this many pepper seeds, especially the mixed peppers. So I'm going to go ahead and plant these first, and altogether I'd like maybe 8 pepper plants in the garden of different colors. So I'll probably plant 2 in each little cell. So first I'll go with the red mini peppers, and these were good. And I think the original seeds were from Renee's garden. I don't really remember, but I think that's what they were from. So I'm going to go ahead and plant 2 in each, because I do like the red ones. And I like to plant them like catty corner because you get a little bit more room rather than just planting them side by side. And I found it's really much easier to plant things if you use tweezers. These tweezers came with my Arrow Garden kit. It wasn't an Arrow Garden, it was something else, but anyway. Alright, so 2 in each. Oops. You belong over here. So these are from last year, so the seed should still be good. But even if you have old seeds, you can give them a try and just plant them with some newer ones and see what comes up. And a lot of times for me, they all come up, so I end up having too many seeds. So I'm just going to push those down in there, make sure there's good contact with the soil. Cover them up. And then I just take the end of this and very gently, so that they make contact with the soil. Okay, so red mini peppers, and the rest I'm going to save. So if 8 of them come up, I'll probably plant 4 and maybe give the other 4 to my family members if they want them. Because you never know. Sometimes they want them and sometimes they don't. Last year I had so many tomatoes, it was ridiculous. because they all came up. All right, so those are the red minis. And I'm just going to mark this row with one of these. So I don't forget. All right, there we go. Now I think I'm going to plant, let's see what else I have here. These are purple black peppers. They're actually from 2013. So I'm going to try and plant them, but I'm going to plant maybe 3 or 4 in each cell. And they may not come up at all, because those are pretty old. But if they don't, then I'll know they're no good anymore. So, all right. Let's see here. I'll plant 3. 1, 2, 3. And I like to tap this down just a little bit before I plant it because it makes it easier to see the holes. 1, 2, 3. And only make the divot as deep as you want your seeds. Now, these were from a homegrown pepper too, so I don't know if these seeds will still be good, but we'll find out. They should come up within 14 days, and if nothing's happening by then, I'm just going to assume they're no good, and I'll plant something else. But doing it this way with the tweezer, you don't waste so many seeds. So, okay. So I'm going to go ahead and plant the rest of these. I have, what else do I have? The pimentos, and I have red, these sweet banana peppers. So I'm just going to make this whole tray peppers. All right, I'll be back later. So we're out here at one of our local restaurants. Hopefully you can hear me. And this is our crowd that got together. We hang out all summer long, and we just decided we'd all get together and have a little dinner and drinky poos. And here's the whole crowd. Where are you going? Over. Here is the whole crowd. We've got 2 big tables of people, and we all hang out all summer. Back home. That was a fun evening. It was the first time a lot of our friends have seen me with my hair dark instead of blonde, and they said they liked it. So that's a good thing. I'm getting used to it, but I'm actually starting to like it. So anyway, it was a fun evening. Got together with friends that we haven't seen since the summer, and those are the people we hang out with all summer long when we're at the lake, and it's always a fun time. So that's all I have for you today. I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. Go have some fun. God bless you. And I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. Thanks for watching.